Aloha, High Vibe Tribe, it is PinkBella. I'm recording this little energy update by the lake, and I just tried to go live on Telegram. It didn't work at the moment, but I'm going to try in a few more minutes. But I wanted to just come in and bring in some messages. And I pulled some cards yesterday that I was not able to show on the Facebook Live because it was so windy. So hopefully everybody can hear me and see me. And welcome, everyone. Welcome, High Vibe Tribe. Welcome, all Starseeds, Lightworkers, Blue Jays, squirrels, crows. Well, and I have been working with animal totems a lot too, so that's what the Blue Jays reminded me of. And Blue Jay is one of my totems right now too, so we'll talk about that soon too. Welcome all empaths, lightworkers, crystal, grid keepers, gatekeepers, galactic shaman, healers, empaths, and those of you who are on the twin flame journey, like that term resonates with you, you're many of those things as well, because the twin flame connection, besides being a deep soul connection with another individual, that's an accelerated ascension kickoff to bring you into this now moment, to bring you into learning about energy and chakras and ley lines and totem animals and all of that. So I am PinkBella, also known as Tracy, and I'm a way shower and all of the labels I just shared. And I've been sharing full-time online here since 2016. And I started off sharing as a Blu-ray twin flame, but then I started to remember being a starseed and a light worker and healer, and now I offer Akashic quantum healing sessions. And before I forget, I'm super excited. New online classes are starting in October. I feel it'll be for the 1010 Gateway. I just see a butterfly. There'll be an official, it's all on my website, but there'll be official announcement of the day that we start. And most likely, everybody who's already in my private Facebook group, then you would have already been a student or a client for one-on-one sessions. I have a private Facebook group for all of us, and then I may do like a practice run there, and hopefully I'll be able to do something on Telegram. I'm still sorting out the platform. Reason being is because Zoom is super popular, but I've been hearing the energy on the back end is not good, so I'm looking at some other options. Okay, so I'll keep you all posted about that. And yeah, so those classroom packages and bundles are on my website. You can check out the early bird offers that'll be available for the next day or two in Canadian for the Canadian tribe and US for the global tribe. And then I also have some amazing session offers as well to help you all integrate and prepare for the equinox. Wow. Prepare for the new moon in Libra, because we're in Libra energy now, and also the 1010 Gateway in October. We also have Mercury retrograde in a couple of days, and I can tell by my technology what's happening. So one of the main things that we'll be working on together in the classes is meditating and learning about the 12 chakras, and Akashic record transmissions, and galactic transmissions, angelic transmissions, working with color rays and crystals, working with the dragons and the unicorns. But also we'll be sharing and learning more about the earth grid, the ley lines and the vortexes, and what we can all do from our home while 3D is sorting everything out. And I've been sharing all hands on deck, so I have actually been sending light and prayers to many areas of the planet, those that are heating up right now, all the very brave souls that are on the front lines. And remember not to buy into too much about what's on the mainstream media. That's only one perspective, and that perspective is the same perspective globally. So make sure wherever you are, you find independent reporters that are out there getting how reporting used to be. They're with the tribes, they're with the protesters, and they're getting the true story. So make sure you're finding something like that. We need to take responsibility and individually look and research information. You can use something like DuckDuckGo, because DuckDuckGo or Brave, those search engines and platforms are more encrypted, and they allow us to find more information, whereas things like I love you Google are a little bit more limited to our local areas. And I started to notice that last year here in Canada during the first lockdown. It was difficult to find information, so of course the universe brought me DuckDuckGo and a bunch of other tools. Okay, so there's that going on. But what I wanted to talk about too, I've got some cards that I pulled yesterday for us through the equinox, but I'm going to get deeper into the earth grids. Each class, each video, I'm going to be guided to mention a vortex, a ley line, and get deeper into it for all of you. And then if I don't have answers, I'll bring that information back to the next class and the next group. So I found a couple of maps, and this is helping me remember, because this is one of my gifts, is to do grid work. And I've physically, up until now, I've been traveling and doing grid work, but now I'm doing it remotely because of what's happening in 3D. So this is, again, any of us that are sort of being kept in our areas, our intuitive gifts are expanding. We have to use our third eye. We have to use our senses. We have to use our innate gifts of trust and faith and work with the universal forces of nature, okay? So the equinox was an ultimate powerful, from the 9-9 portal. It actually, for many of us, it started in July for the 7-7. For the 9-9 portal, that's right, for the 9-9 portal, initiation, one after the other. You might still be integrating it, and you might still be wading through the information to figure out what it was all about. But I tell you, it all, again, boils down to being abandoned in a lifetime, or by the twin flame, or by God, source all that is. Suffering, fear, terror, so much fear and terror, you don't want to move forward. You don't want to, like, deep down, you're afraid to move forward. Or you're ready to move forward, but something else is blocking the way, and that block could be around karma, could be around other lifetimes, past lives, parallel lives, all of that, okay? And, you know, we're on Earth at this time where everybody is living everywhere around the Earth, but many of us incarnated, oh, I have a little spider, hold on. Hold on, let me just save the spider. There we go. Spider is about creativity and the infinity symbol. And abundance, yeah. And a reminder that we create our own reality, okay? So the energy is so much better when I can do videos for you all out here. So I'll keep working at figuring out a way to do some lives. Okay, so we are, many of us incarnated in timelines over in Europe, in timelines over in Egypt, in Atlantis, those areas. Yes, we were in Lemuria too, but Lemuria was a very higher, much higher vibration even than Atlantis, where we were, you know, we were basically see-through. We were, you know, energetic. And I'm going to be working more on bringing in new Lemurian information for all of us as well. That's going to be coming in classes too, but for now, my guidance is to work with Archangel Michael and Metatron and teams of light to help facilitate light on the planet and the grids, and make sure the grids are flowing like our chakra system, and then also to help all of you have more tools to awaken, remember, and move forward, okay? So yeah, there were a couple of grids that I brought up 2 videos ago that were numbered on a chart, and those numbers are not specifically connected to those vortexes, but I may continue to use them because I find them quite interesting. As in the Giza pyramids, somebody chose as number 1. As in the Glastonbury Tour, somebody chose as number 11. So there's a 111, right? I will be getting deeper into the Archangel Michael ley line. That's been a pattern through sessions. That's been coming up in sessions, because in other lifetimes on this planet, you weren't in North America, you weren't in China, you were in, you know, you weren't in Australia, you were in and around the Archangel Michael ley line, which goes all the way through England, France, Spain, Italy, Portugal, that area, all the Mediterranean, then right down to the pyramids. Then it turns into a dragon ley line, and then it heads down, okay? So I'm going to get deeper into that. I'm going to get deeper into various ley lines and vortexes in North America, South America, Australia. So I just briefly looking at one of the maps. Oh, I just see one of my little squirrels. One of my squirrels is one of my totems. He's so sweet. He's hopping around. And so okay, let me just remember the numbers. I believe these were the numbers that came forward. So number 8 around the Pacific Northwest and Banff and that area into Montana. I believe the other one going down is number 18, and I will verify this later. And that would be sort of southeast coast around Florida, connected to the Bermuda Triangle, which is connected to Atlantis. Atlantis has portions all over the planet now, because it was a very large mass, like it was half the mass of the planet, but it also was at a higher frequency and density. So that's why even to this day, some souls absolutely know that they lived in Atlantis and others don't even believe that it existed, because both versions are true. But even those of us in Atlantis, we may have known about the other Earth people, but we were in a separate quadrant, a separate reality. And same with Lemuria. Lemuria was a large mass as well. So those were the sort of the key ones that I have been looking at. Somebody from Kentucky came on the live yesterday. This is what's going to be so fun about it, because you all come in and you're going to ask about certain ley lines of vortexes, and then I'm going to go do some research and bring in some information. So this is how cool it's going to get. So there's another portal down near Mount Shasta that's connected to Sedona. That was number 17. Then that ley line heads over to Hawaii. But there's also a ley line from where I am in Vancouver that goes to Hawaii. And that's my pyramid. And I believe Hawaii on this map was number 16, which adds up to a 7. And then all the way down to Australia is number 44. So right away, with everything that's happening on Australia, and if you don't know what's happening, please go to DuckDuckGo and do some research. All hands on deck. Australians are being on the front line, protecting their freedoms and their sovereignty. And this is going to be happening pretty well everywhere in the world, unless we all stand up and unite together, which is happening too. It's kind of like a race. There's multiple timelines. There's a race of let's shut all the humanity down so they can no longer connect to their angels and their guides. Then there's all of us that are conscious and awake going, sorry, no, we're over here bringing in love and light. We're very conscious of this timeline, but we're very clear about what our mission is, because we've been on our mission for a number of years. Then there's this other timeline of freedom and sovereignty. We have massive freedom and sovereignty codes that have been coming in since July. They've been coming in gradually anyway, but that's when Archangel Michael started sharing with me, start talking about blue rays, start helping all the light workers, take the light workers to the next level. So I'm one of many. I'm one of the 144,000, but the 144,000 is a key code. It's a key God, Goddess, universe source code in our DNA, okay? So part and parcel of what's happening in 3D, the story is to protect your health, but in actual fact is to shut down some of the genetics, including this God gene code of 144,000. So now you can maybe understand where my role is. My role is to be on the other side of history, is to be helping humanity. Then there's these super brave souls. They've had the switch flipped on, and they're like, I will do anything to protect my neighbors, my country, my children. And they're all uniting together, and it's so beautiful. And sometimes I watch the footage and I just get teary. Australia's in my heart and soul because I lived there, I traveled there, very much connected as part of the Lemurian grid, and it's number 44. Oh yeah, so this is one thing that I wanted to share. As much as we think Ayers Rock or Uluru in the center of Australia, it is a key point, and there is a big ley line that goes through Australia, and it goes through that vortex. But what I noticed is there's a massive amount of ley lines and vortexes that intersect around Melbourne, and that's why Melbourne is under siege, basically, because there's basically a battle of dark and light going on there. But I feel like what's happened is in some of these locations, including here in Canada, the dark energies had a hold of the grids for a long time, but now the light is rising up and we're reclaiming it. And that's also some of the exciting work we're going to be doing together. So we can do that together in group, in classes, which are very reasonably priced. And then we also can be doing it in one-on-one sessions. I'm now offering a quantum healing session for you that's also connected to the light grids that will help bring in light grid information for you, for your journey, and for your location, okay? Yeah, I'm so excited. I love when my team brings me new information to assist all of you. And again, we've all graduated. So other work that I was doing, someone else is stepping in to do that. I'm moving into another frequency and level. Still here to help you as a twin flame, but as a twin flame, I'm ready to help you expand into so much more, because you are so much more, all right? And remember, your twin flame is also connected to God, Source, Universe, all that is, and that's their mandate, is to remember and to awaken to that. So we've all spent many lifetimes feeling abandoned by God, Goddess, all that is. I've actually been playing around with the word Prime Creator. I'm not too sure you know, we have our own quantum reality, but we're still connected to source universal energy, right? The large quantum field, which is what the angels are connected to, the ascended masters, the goddesses, the galactic teams of light. And I always only work with the high frequency teams of light. I've had other teams sneak in and pretend to be others. I feel like that's just part of our initiation along the way. But once I knew, I wished them well and sent them on their way, and I realigned and reconfigured with Prime Creator. So basically what's happened is we all have our role, and my role is to help all of you move further into your roles, but also my role is to help the planet, and we can do that work together online in a group, or we can do it individually as well. Okay, so check out my website, lots of specials online. I'm already booking for the 1010 Gateway, which is all the portals are important. And why are they important? Because that's when we receive more source light codes to come in to bring us to the next level of our work. All right, I'm saying love and aloha to you. I'll be back soon. I just wanted to record a video since I wasn't able to pop on Telegram. I'm recording this for you on Friday the 24th of September. Love and aloha. And yes, I'm booking in the next wave of clients, everyone else who's already booked. Thank you so much. I've emailed you and booked you in. So have a beautiful rest of your Friday, everyone, or Saturday, wherever you're on the planet. Love and aloha from Pink Bella. Take care. Bye.